Okay, we are on video number 7 of getting ready for the next school year. So last lesson we did column addition. This video we are doing column subtraction, this time with exchanging, okay? Before, parents, when you were taught at school, a little bit like myself, we talked about borrowing. We don't really talk about borrowing anymore. We talk about exchanging, okay? We've done the column addition. Next one, we've got formal method year 3. We're going to subtract two two-digit numbers, exchanging the 10 for the ones when there aren't enough ones, okay? Now, 1 10 is worth the same as 10 ones. We know that. This is going back to our base 10, making sure students have a really good understanding and their number sense of place value. If there aren't enough ones to subtract, exchange 1 10 for 10 ones. We're going to see what that looks like in a minute. That's what base 10 would look like. 52 is 5 10s and 2 1s. We're going to take away 7 1s. I think in the next, oh, here we are, 52 take away 27. But of course, taking the 1s away with only 2 1s available is tricky, okay? So what we end up doing is taking one of the 10s, exchanging it for 10 1s. Then we will have 12 and we can take away the 7. Of course, we'll only have the 4 10s remaining as well. So this is how it would look, okay, in the worked example. You'd start with 2 take away 7. Now, even teachers I've heard or children will say, oh, you can't do 2 take away 7. Actually, you don't want to use language like that because you can do 2 take away 7. The answer to 2 take away 7 is -5, -5. What the language that teachers and students should be using is you can't do 2 take away 7 when you're doing the formal written method, the column method for subtraction. Okay, that would be the correct way to say it. In this case, 2 take away 7, column subtraction, we can't do it. So we exchange one of the 10s. We had 5 10s, if you remember from the base 10 model. We exchange one of those 10s across and change it to 10 1s. We go from 5 10s to 4 10s. We go from 2 1s to 12 1s. Now we can do the 12 take away 7, which is 5, and the 4 10s take away the 2 10s, which leaves us the 2 10s here, which is 20. So 52 take away 27 is 25. Okay. At home, doing it yourself. So here we've got 3 take away 8. Can't do it in terms of column method. So I'm going to exchange the 4 10s for 3 10s and exchange, bring across 10 1s. I'm doing 13 take away 8, which is 5. I'm doing 3 take away 1, which is 2. I'm left with the answer of 25. One mistake that children can make, and I sort of alluded to it a moment ago, is they'll look at 2 take away 7 and they'll put in 5. They'll just look at the 2 and the 7, understand those relationships and put a 5 and then put a 3 in there. Of course, that is the wrong answer. Okay, as we saw already, okay? Challenge 61, take away 34. Have a go, pause the video, have a little go. Maybe you paused the video, maybe you didn't, maybe you're just watching through. 1 take away 4, can't do it when we're doing column subtraction. 6 becomes 5, 6 10s, exchange 1 10 to get 5 10s. We're gonna bring across the 10, we've got 11. 11 now, take away 4 is 7. And 5 take away 3 is 2, and we get the answer of 27, okay? We did need to exchange, of course. At home, again, you can use this at home. The Thai money is really, really good for it. You can get a 10 baht coin at home and exchange it with your child for 10 1 baht coins. That would work really, really well in getting them a conceptual understanding of how the 10 and the 10 1s are worth the same thing, okay? So 1s first, are there enough to subtract? Obviously, if the number in the 1s column is bigger than the one below, then we don't need to do this. That would be absolutely fine. Make the exchange of the 10s, bring them across, subtract the 1s, then the 10s. Column subtraction, just organize place value. Making sure, another important thing is to make sure that you do put these numbers in the right place. The 1s with the 1s, the 10s with the 10s. If there are hundreds, hundreds would go in the next column across here. And that's how you do column subtraction.